What's up guys, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle video. I'm Goki and today we're going to be talking about the card that made the largest glow up or got the largest glow up in Dokkan. Yeah, that's right, Metal Rildo. So before we go ahead and get started with the video, I'd like to remind you guys, leaving likes and comments down below will help us with the algorithm. So go ahead and do those things and smash the algorithm's face. Thank you for doing that. So, moving on, Metal Rildo at his base only had defense plus 10k at the start of the turn. He lowered attack and his link set was relatively weak because not even the boost from these could help this terrible passive. This unit came out in 2016. So having a large glow up is necessary for something like him. His Dokkan Awaken, however, lends him as one of the most utility-based GT boss cards in Dokkan currently. He's probably the best GT boss out of all the ones that are out, except maybe Android Super 17 because he has an Easy A. Now, if Rildo got an Easy A, then maybe he might be as good as 17, but right now 17 is the reigning supreme as GT boss in terms of how strong they are in the current meta. His layer skill comes at SDR key plus 3, HP attack and defense 90%, and greatly raises defense for one turn, so it's a 50% raise, permanently raises attack, which is a 30% raise or a 20%, and causes supreme damage to the enemy, and lowers attack by, I believe it's 30%, 20%. But here we have the biggest thing that he got, the biggest boost here. We have defense 120% at the start of turn, massive boost from 10k, attack plus 120% when performing a super attack, so he doesn't need offense off the rip. This has it right here. That defense at the start is all you really need at the start of turn. Getting the offense later for most units actually helps them out a lot. GT Boss's category allies key plus 2 and defense plus 40%. He's a defensive support. It actually helps him overall more so than people think, and then plus an additional attack and defense plus 60%, and attacks effective against all types and high chance of stunning the attacked enemy for 2 turns when there is a GT Heroes category enemy. So if there is ever a time where you're facing GT Heroes, he is going to be your man, your main deal. But for the most part, you'll see this part of the the passive active at all times and recovering 5% HP at the end of the turn. So he's going to have a really solid passive skill to work with when he's just randomly floating in a different team overall, when he's not fighting GT Heroes. The Dokkan events, he could probably destroy those characters or rip through them pretty handily. There's nothing where we have to fight GT Heroes yet until Goku comes to the fray. So once that Goku happens, he's just going to be a menace against Goku. So hopefully around that time we all get a chance to use this Rildo against Goku himself. So right here, his link skills didn't really change. He gained Fierce Battle on top of his link set. His link set actually wasn't terrible, but it was good. It's just the card itself, the passive was terrible. Big Bad Bosses, which is a key skill in, as you can see, in a very minute second. Thirst for Conquest, Metamorphosis, GT, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle. So these are pretty good links for actually what his typing is, STR Extreme. STR Extreme has a very, very powerful team known as Terrifying Conquerors that is helmed or led by Cooler and a somewhat Turles kind of lead. But for the most part, these guys in common, they have big bad bosses, making them really annoyingly powerful, and Dokkan just keeps giving them and feeding them more and more and more utility to use. Amongst Terrifying Conquerors, there's also the use of Super Baby 2, who also has access to the GT boss category, meaning that Rildo will support this character alongside all the other characters he can potentially support on the GT boss category. Now, we have a Shadow Dragons GT boss coming, apparently with 130% to all stats, with HP, attack and defense being 130, and then I believe it's key plus 3 for the leader skill. Now, while that is a sound type of card, it's just not powerful enough to warrant GT boss being this standout category just yet. As of now, GT bosses is a pretty weak category overall. So where should you place Metal Rildo? Well, Rildo, honestly, as I said before, fits the best on Terrifying Conquerors, and then Artificial Life Forms on a rotation with Baby, getting Big Bad Bosses, and GT and Fierce Battle is going to help this baby out because he also has Thirst for Conquest, Big Bad Bosses, and Metamorphosis in GT, so they share 4 links out of I believe it's 7 that Baby have. So, which is a good score for the most part. They will be getting attack and defense plus 15%. They will be sharing a 5% recovery at the end of the turn or overall with a HP attack and defense plus 10%, or 5% HP and then the attack and defense plus 10%. Big Bad Bosses, which gives them 25% universally at anything higher than 8% HP, and GT is a key link, enabling them to get key attack and defense plus 10%, along with the additional key that they get from Rildos plus 2% right here, and the extra defense. So overall, you're going to see him on Artificial Life Forms and Terrifying Conquerors a lot more than the actual category GT bosses, which right now is very malnourished. There's not enough on there to warrant usage. Hopefully later down the line we'll get a GT celebration to solidify this as a better unit overall. So outside of this, he has a place on Terrifying Conquerors, Mono STR Terrifying Conquerors, with Cooler, Turles, Bojack, this Frieza, and whoever else you may place in this area. He has a lot of synergy with these characters, making him very, very powerful. Because of Big Bad Bosses, Fair and Faith comes from Janemba, so Janemba is also on Transformation Boost, allowing him to be led under this guy's leader skill for a really good setup on Transformation Boost. So if you can see right here, Janemba does come on Transformation Boost, and he is the tank pretty much for Mono STR. So you're going to have a lot of setups with this Cooler, along with Bojack and Janemba, with Turles and the most amazing, like, free play LR EZA Frieza. So how are you going to build a team? Simple. Team building comes down to Coolers, first form Frieza, Bojack, Turles, and instead of having a secondary Turles to run, you swap him out for Rildo. So it's gonna work pretty well. Rildo links pretty well for the most part, and Turles works pretty well as a floater as well. So you guys are gonna have access to a lot of things with Rildo. Rildo eases how harsh it is to make this whale team. If you guys didn't know, Terrifying Conquerors, pretty much the STR variant is a whale team. In order for it to optimize and be at its full potential, it needs to be whaled for the most part. And Rildo kind of gets rid of that because Rildo is a relatively cheap card. A lot of people have him over the years, and he got the biggest glow up in Dokkan, as I said before. So overall, Rildo, great Dokkan Awakening. I will be testing him out in the future when LGE drops. Probably on May 9th is usually the day it's going to be, so I will be testing it, I will be recording it, and I will be shipping out a video for you guys. Until then, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Helps out the channel so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to keep it.